Hey, it's Jack. I'm going to start. Let me explain. As the Lord of the Demesne, when you cut down a tree and a dryad appears, and then you take the time to burn out the stump while I'm sleeping, and then somebody takes pictures of the fire, doesn't tell me why all these things happened while I was sleeping, while knowing, as I do, that if there's anything important to know, I know it. For example, I need to know, is this kosher? The land says it doesn't matter. For one thing, it's done. For another, it's a secret. So I got these dudes at my house. Well, actually, no, they're in my backyard, and they're doing something with a tree. And then down here at the lower house, there's the dude doing something with the bark. Like, okay, that's cool. You got to do stuff with the bark, okay? And the notion that you're going to do it without telling me just seems kind of silly. It's my demean. I'm the Lord of it. Doesn't seem to be any reason to hide such things. Pro tip: you can't. I mean, you can try. Admittedly, I don't know what they're up to personally, but they do seem kind of skittish, which I understand. It's not easy for a grown-ass man to realize that little Michael Uzi is the Lord of the Demesne that you're planning on doing stuff on without anybody being the wiser. No one is the wiser, other than everyone who can hear my voice, who now knows. Well, I believe I'm the Lord of the Demesne. Apparently there's a difference of opinion, which is fine. People are allowed their opinions. Certainly, I have some that differ from others. For example, if being all skittish and freaked out was going to help, it would have helped already. So there's not much point in sweating it. Don't tell little Michael Kuzi what we're doing. We can't trust him. He might object. Wouldn't fucking matter if I did, would it? If it happens, it's meant to happen. And everything that has happened is for the best. How that actually manifests. Oh, wow. Oh, hi. Hi, there's a ghost by the side of the road. Hi. Oh, they're asking me if I'm abandoning the land. No. I'm just walking down the road so I can talk. The spirits don't exactly know what I'm up to. They can't read my mind. Thank God. I have to actually commune with the spirits. I haven't chosen to shatter the veil between worlds. Person does that to whatever fucking reason they do it. I don't know. Sylvia Brown did that. I think she had powers. I don't know whether she got them before she was there. I think it's a multi-layered decision. Some people can commune with the dead. Some people can talk to spirits by choice. Other people are born with it. Don't have a choice anymore, although they chose before they got here. In my case, I'm a sorcerer. I'm the Lord of the Demesne. And I have a need to know certain information. And since nobody tells me a goddamn lick of the truth, I was in my mid-30s before I found out that I had a good dick. I had sex with women a number of times. Good sex. Powerful sex. Loving sex. I don't even think I ever fornicated. Every time I put my dick in a woman, I thought to myself, Lord, instruct my semen not to implant. Because if it's your will to have a baby, well, I got a baby. But I prefer not to, since I still don't know what happened in high school. So if you don't mind, Lord, if I could just get my rocks off and have to abandon the chance of having a family, that'd be great, because I'm not sure what the fuck's going on in this fucking twisted, fucked up world, but I don't think I want any more kids yet. More kids. Like on the planet. Seems like there's plenty of kids already. Plenty of children. Plenty of grown-ass adults acting like children. I can teach them. My genome was powerful. I don't need to actually spawn younglings. I can convert your children with the sound of my voice. Anybody can. I just happen to be good at it. And people who abuse their children, they don't tend to like me. Mostly because their children start paying undue attention to me. Probably because I don't abuse children. And of course, the person who's doing the abuse, they don't see it that way because they're in denial. It's an edge case scenario, but it's happened a few times. Long story short, I don't need any more kids around, surrounded by toddlers. No, I'm not. That's not the cookie jar. I'm not putting. I was getting a cookie for the dryad, or whatever. Anyway, all of you, I don't mean to make fun of you. I intend to later when I know what's going on. But at the moment, I'm not. It makes sense to be skittish around me. I'm a chaos mage. I'm a sorcerer. I am a paladin on a mission from God. Little unusual. Yeah. So is my dick. I didn't find out it was good. Turns out, women who had my dick and knew it was good didn't tell anybody because they wanted to keep it secret. Keep it safe. Don't tell anybody. He's stupid. He doesn't know what's going on. And he's got a good dick, so whatever fucking reason. They didn't really tell their girlfriends. Well, he's got a good dick. I guess they were ashamed. Ladies, I'm not gonna lie. Your people are weird. Weird. But I like weird. My dick likes weird too. Click.
3, 2, 1, ignition. Liftoff.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I can get about, don't make a sound and move out.
Knowledge is power. For real.
Jack, I'm a star. Okay, I have to listen to this person. Never heard him before. Never. Hi. She's really pretty.
So we do have somebody around you collect up.
It's not while I'm looking at her. I'm not looking at her boobs. It's kind of hard for me.
Pay attention to your circle, the people that are around you, the people that are.
I'm trying not to pay attention to those boobs. Oh my God.
Somebody around you is
It's for real.
trying to work something in your.
I mean, no offense.
Work something
It's meant.
underneath you so that you can
But I feel like
see.
I feel like if I don't comment on these boobs, I'm giving offense. Right?
This could be
I want
a neighbor working with
everyone to know I'm not looking at these boobs. Oh my God.
This could be
Oh yeah, hi sweetie.
somebody in
Oh, she's mad.
This could be
Yeah, she's
somebody
mad.
that you feel that's a friend, guys.
Well, she'll go. She's not going to go stabby. She's not even. We're good. She says she just broke a keyboard. She learned it from her dad. Okay.
Somebody's name could be
Sorry.
Wanda. William could be very significant.
William. Oh Jesus. Oh God. I'm smoking my last cigarette. This fucking guy. What a douche.
Williamston or something like that. Can also.
I'm not going to say his name. One time I said his name. I said his name on.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you all so much for all your support. It's great.
I said his name on the Grover panel,
Don't forget to like,
and the
share,
fucking stream shut down right as I said his name, which I thought was hilarious. What's up, dude?
We're still on the weekend, guys. Hopefully, you guys continue to.
Oh, he's mad too. Why don't you break your wife's keyboard or something? Okay, he's not mad. Okay, cool.
They're mad because you're speaking the truth. People know the truth.
Damn
And this is also for some of you, somebody that they want to put their hands on you.
I bet you do. I don't want to put my hands on those boobs. I'm not even done looking at them yet.
Not get this personal gain.
I didn't look at her boobs.
Get a personal gain. off of you, get a one up. They are trying to revamp their energy by trying to punish you guys.
Like, it's just a glance. It's just a glance.
Energy, pay attention to your surroundings.
I'm not thinking about him. I'm thinking about how I'm not thinking about him. God.
In the bubble boom lately.
I got this deal.
And your energy.
There's this woman who wants me to not look at boobs. And I don't anyway.
It's something like that. So,
but she says, she's quiet lady.
Stronger.
Well, yeah,
Can't continue with something.
I've been training myself to not look at boobs. Of course I'm strong.
Guys or a group, they're used to people that are closest to you. They're used to people that work around you, your neighbors, family members, and things like that. Like, something was supposed to make you weak. You were not supposed to get stronger. You were not supposed to gain awareness. You were not supposed to have a plan. You were not supposed to make a way out. Matter of fact, I don't even feel like they wanted you to be here, guys. Somebody's thinking.
Well, I didn't know it was so important, but I wasn't doing anything else. So I can't remember exactly why I decided to start recording this. I don't always do this, obviously. But
you're able to fill out things.
Oh yeah, I'm an empath. Well, whatever.
You get around something.
How to get around something? Oh yeah. Get around what? How did I get around something? Not having any money. I still don't have any money. Compared to some people, I have money.
Because they're not because you're getting support or.
The way I did this was by careful budgeting and not looking at boobs.
I wanted you to compare yourself.
Boobs leads to loss of money.
Compare you to somebody.
Don't quote me on that.
Not choose yourself or.
I want to choose those boobs. I want. Last night I was saying. Okay, so last night I said to somebody, I wrote it actually. I wrote that I want anything at all. Okay, well now I want those boobs. I feel like an idiot. I don't know if the person who wanted me to not look at boobs wanted me to want to look at boobs. I'm not sure. It wasn't a real rational thing, right? There's this jealousy component to the MK Ultra protocol. As you know, everyone that I want to put my wing into is subject to the MK protocol. Michael Kuzi, MK. I'm looking at a bag on the ground. There's no boobs in it. I don't care. There was a boob in this chair. The boob is not here. I don't care about the chair anymore. I'm thinking about boobs, and this is not usually what happens. I'm also procrastinating. It's 9 a.m. Not the best a.m., but it'll do for a start. And I'm procrastinating. Number one, getting the egg out of my futon. Number two, calling what county is it? Kitsap County prosecuting attorney, because I've gotten an envelope filled with paper. Surprised they use so much paper, since we're obviously running out with the reduction in supply and production. I don't know how many of you know this, but there was this big explosion in the towns 12 miles south of me. It's a problem for them. I tend to not use a lot of paper. Technically, I use wipes. But anyway, so the envelope is not filled with money or boobs. So I'm procrastinating because boobs. She went
a different way and you became independent.
Apparently, I'm not independent from boobs.
She still wants to flex.
What does that mean? Does that mean?
Because you're grateful, because they see that you're being grateful, or people being grateful for you.
Is flex code for sex? Fuck, I'm 53. I don't fucking know this. You would think.
They wanted try to flex on you or
They want to try to flex on
get into your energy or something
Get into
about.
my energy. Oh, boobs. Of course, boobs. Of course I'm thinking about boobs. Duh. Hi, Arla, sweetie.
Surrender your name, guys.
Trying to. Huh.
Something about your appearance or somebody is trying to make you feel a particular way about your appearance that's now worried about your appearance, the actions that they took. You're still happy or you're going to get some type of
Boobs. I'm not wishing for boobs. I want boobs. Technically, I have boobs. They're nice. I don't recommend getting them the way I got them.
This could even be somebody
Getting into my home. Somebody trying to get into my home.
They don't have a job, but they have this amount of money that they could give you until such and such date.
Oh my God.
But I also feel like
Nobody here pays me rent. Nobody pays me rent. I can't rent this place out. It's not the code. If I take money from people to stay here, oh, it's a huge problem. Huge problem. Not paying tax. Not up to code. I'm gonna want to fuck them. Why else would they be here?
strong foundation where
Boobs.
they made a mistake in the past.
They have. They showed me some boobs, and then the boobs ran. I didn't even see the boobs. They just ran. That's how bad the boobs wanted me. They run.
Free collective.
Yeah, they don't want me to have sex without paying them. They want money for the boobs. They want money for the roof over the. They want money. They want money, and all they have are children with boobs. So they're certainly not going to teach the boobs to read or play chess. It's ridiculous.
This family.
Pimping ain't easy because most of the times when a real man finds a pimp, they beat the shit out of him.
This is going to be people in your neighborhood that are watching you, collective.
Hi, everybody. You're a bunch of pimping fucking thugs.
Terrence. What else? Yeah, something that you did is brilliant here. Your creativity.
Apparently my stock is dropping precipitously in value with the pimp crowd. Well, okay. Too bad.
They want to know if they could get something back going in your energy, or if they can.
No.
So that they can try to get possibilities off of you, or
possibilities. No, you don't get possibilities off of me. You don't. It's fucking nuts.
Somebody trying to stop you from expressing yourself, or
yeah,
you're getting
what a bunch of assholes.
They did, or kind of.
Some of these fucking drug pimps, they would expect me to pay them when I masturbate. I think the reasoning is because somebody is monitoring everything I do. Hi, I'm on camera somewhere. Hi, everybody. Hi. Probably in New Zealand. God, I fucking hope so. And they got to have a stream to Pitcairn by now. It's not that fucking hard. Do they have Starlink on Pitcairn? I haven't heard. Hi, Pitcairn. Hi, guys. I'm not really a big fan of pedophiles that are so fucking bad that they send them to Pitcairn. It's not really, what they do is not really, or what they've done rather, it's not really something I'm aware of other than it's got to be pretty fucking bad because they made a whole fucking island for them. They had the ability to drop an island out of the ocean, and they put dudes on it, and they made it incredibly hard to get to and hard to get off of. And it's like way in the middle of fucking nowhere in the ocean. Pitcairn. That's Pitcairn. I think my mail goes there. Certainly my money does before it fucking bounces back over here. Anyway, hi guys. Yeah, I'm not going to. They want to know if I'll put on a cheerleader outfit and dance for them. No, dudes, no. Did you ever see Alien 3? Alien 3 is Pitcairn. It's totally like that. I think. Maybe it's not anymore, but anyway, it's a good movie. I think probably the best of all the Alien movies, but I haven't seen any of the new ones. Mostly because I can't afford a pimp to send me a woman to go on a date with. What the fuck? It's got to at least double the cost of the date. Because no one's going to believe that I'm not going to do something with her. And then if I don't do anything with her, then she's ruined. She's ruined. She's not going to be very good at hoeing. Whoring? Is it hoeing or whoring? What's the difference between hoeing and whoring? I don't know. I don't use whores. I don't partake of prostitution. I don't. In spite of how wonderful an opportunity it seems to be.
Of people watching you or just
Oh boy, I could pay twice as much and still feel humiliated. What a joy.
especially because you're being brave and true to yourself. You're too focused. You're too focused. They don't like that. You're too focused. They don't like that. You're doing it. You're feeling yourself.
If what I'm doing, they don't like that I'm feeling myself. Yeah. If what I'm doing makes pimps not like it, I'm going to do more of that. Fuck you. I'm pimping myself. Up yours, buddy.
You get a knock at the door or somebody's trying to make you open the door, guys.
Like there's all these, never mind.
Your pictures or something.
They're probably trying to get into my home to get all the stuff they left behind. Trying to rob me. They've already robbed me. They've brought back more stuff so they'll have something to rob. It's ridiculous.
You should have gave them something or...
I should have given pimps money. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. I'm just not in the fucking mood to pay a pimp anything, ever. I don't need a pimp.
In reverse, you did not drink the Kool-Aid with an adult smell. Somebody was trying to possess you here.
Yeah.
You were supposed to go somewhere or be out and about.
I was.
Time. Something could have happened with your car that day. You were supposed to show up at work.
Big time.
You did a return for this disaster. Also, something about your disaster, guys. The crash that I keep on picking up on. You could be fasting or
going twice as fast. Oh no, fasting. See, they don't sell me drugs. They don't sell me drugs. I don't buy drugs. Fuck that. They cost pennies. Pennies.
You were connected.
Cocaine, it's different. Cocaine's a food group. That costs money. I don't do cocaine, so winner.
With that, they're trying to get somebody to bring you back to them or trying to get into your energy. You could have had several restraining orders on this person, guys. I feel like
not me.
Relationship. This adult male is out here in reverse again. This person.
Speaking of adult males,
You could live without them more like.
we're not talking about Boom Boom. Boom Boom is not an adult. Hi, Boom Boom. Boom Boom's pissed. Boom Boom is enraged. The only thing keeping him from fucking ordering a hit on me right now is that I'm calling him by name. Boom Boom. He loves it. He loves it.
They want to get into your home.
He loves Boom Boom. Yeah. He's not so fond of me. Tough shit, buddy.
You gotta wait. There is something about what they got, or if you guys split something, when you guys separated, they've already spent their part.
Separated, like we were together. Jesus. I guess in his mind we were.
Something like that. One around you. This is a feed here, guys. For some of you, this is X for some of you. And some people that they know that you're ready to get something. I'm trying to rob you.
Rob me. Yeah. Fuck, they'll come in and they'll point a gun at me and they'll take my last $1 and they'll fucking get away with it and they'll love it. That's what they'll do if they can. I don't think they can. But that's the mentality.
So you're going to be making a decision. You're going to catch somebody in an act that you're going to be able to go forward with some type of legal issues or something like that. Somebody's name could be Shireen or Cherie.
Oh, her. Oh, hey, baby. She's cute, but. I'm not giving in to the temptation.
You have to pay money and things like that. This is like
Cause me to have to pay money. That's pimping ain't easy. You got to fucking hire the police to fucking come and rustle you up.
somebody's watching your home, guys. They're trying to break into your home.
Yeah, no shit.
So nobody believes them anymore.
I will say this. I am flattered. Thank you, sirs. I am flattered.
Really, or you could have noticed like somebody was watching you as you were leaving or something like that, or something like that around your home, guys. Be careful.
To them, it's a game.
Take advantage of you. You fought something fair and square. You won something, you defeated them.
To me, it's a game that I've won. So they're not real fond of the game at the moment.
You did work again because you chose yourself. They feel like because they were with you before or they had some type of contact. Like, you gotta come back. You gotta give them something. This is also about.
I've got to give them something, yeah.
You want people to think that you cannot take care of yourself, guys. It's something like that.
They start from the end where they get money, and they work it backwards. So they try to figure out, okay, how do we get this guy to give us money? They fucking don't. Okay, you don't.
All this stuff, and you're because you're focusing on what is important to you. You're not giving your time.
Boobs. Back to that. Boobs. Yeah. Well, you could, and then boobs. But how this translates into money for them, I don't get it. Fuck that.
things here to say, and this is about trying to get you caught up in something, so somebody has to come back, or you be in fear because they're gonna trash your home, you're gonna get threatened.
Trash my home again. Fuck. That's some coke. They ransacked my house 2 years ago. Over and over. They ransacked it. I literally lost count at 15. 15 times I come home. The place is ransacked. It's literally run sack. And I wasn't real thrilled about that. However, it was part of the deal. Some of the initial ransackers did a really good job in the sense of, I don't know who the fuck they are. And they didn't take or fuck up things they weren't supposed to take. But unfortunately, there's levels of ransacking. Right? And it's kind of like an obstacle course. And professional thieves, they live for this shit. This is like the fucking Special Olympics of thieving. And it's not really extra special. They're not like military ransackers. A military ransack, at that point you're moving into the pillage territory. I haven't been pillaged. Plundered, yes. Pillaged, no. Pillage, I don't even want to think about what it would be. Certainly I would be tied up. Absolutely I would be pistol whipped. No question. Fire would most likely play a role. They would set fire to things. I think you have to have a fire for it to be a pillage. And certainly this place needs to have a fire. There's a certain amount of wood here. And it's like a slow motion pillage in that they go outside and they set fire to things. They burn my belongings. They burn them right in front of me and they laugh. Seriously. Stuff that I used to own, stuff I grew up with. They put onto a fire and giggle. Literally right in front of me. This is what my life has become. Fuel for giggles. Which isn't pleasant. But I do have a great warmth and strength of purpose in my heart to know that at least my cock still works and I still like boobs and I'm not looking for a man to bend over. So, right on.
With every thought, you are creating your future. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from different thoughts. You've never thought before. You went up to meet them down streets. You've never walked, guys. You got these people surprised here that you're not going to do the same thing over and over.
I'm not doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I'm doing the same thing over and over, which is winning, and I'm not expecting a different result. I'm going to win until I'm not winning anymore, and then I'm going to win.
Focus on.
Some of you may have heard of this solution, this program, this blueprint. The reason why you heard about it is because it works.
That everything that they're doing is not affecting you guys. I don't want to let go. It's like somebody wants to sit in your energy or group, whatever this is, this person is ex, co-workers, family, and just keep on doing things so that they can see you have to go down to the police station, so that they can see you have to buy new furniture.
See you have to go to the police station. Oh my God. No thanks. No thanks. I don't really care to do that. That's not why I don't break the law, but it helps.
This organization, you're always supposed to be able to take something from you, not pay you like the rest, or this ex, they expect for you to take those ass whoopings every 3 days, guys.
Always supposed to be able to take something from me. How about the sweat from my balls?
Something about the first team, and it shows X. Somebody saying could be X.
You can't take that either.
Same thing could be reversed. Okay, guys. So channel downloads in despair that you finish what they started. So you finish them, you finish what they started. Trying very, very hard to get your home, pull something off your this is gonna backfire like
okay, I don't like this boobs anymore. I'm over the boobs. I'm over. The boob temptation, like any temptation, if you withstand it long enough, it eventually fades. The length of time that takes.
She could also hurt like things dropping in your home.
It's very. I'm gonna want boobs again. I'm pretty much baseline on that.
So you can way out, but try to push you mishaps to try to keep on putting obstacles.
Clayton. Instantly, Clayton, best 10. The guy's kind of fucking weird, obviously. But, in spite of his felony arrest record, in spite of his painful aroma, probably mine's worse since it did scare him away.
Happy, still telling you guys whatever they're trying to sketch was getting ready.
Anyway, I can't aid and abet a felon. Certainly one that's a fugitive fleeing justice. I don't know where the fuck he is, but he's not here. And I can't really hang around with Clayton unless he's identified. Because he's seriously a felon. Yeah.
You did something, whatever that's doing with this position, energy, upright, they can't confine you. Like,
As nice as it would be to be able to hang out with Clayton and offer him a slice of pizza, boom, felony right there. And I'm just not a felon, so it wouldn't be appropriate.
because they thought that we had you. Narcissists.
No, you don't have me. No, dude.
Money is found that they made no fee. They also got catfish third party. They spent all the money. Somebody's also getting used.
This is a recording, but nevertheless, divination works that way. I was just speaking about Clayton. Absolutely the best 10. And the man, she just said that. What did she say? Yeah, let's go to low speed, because I bet if Clayton is, I bet he's not high all the time.
Because they thought you.
Yeah, I'm sure Clayton thought he had me, because if somebody's a felon and you trick somebody into knowing that they're a felon, and then knowing that they're helping you, and then knowing that you're on the run, all you got to do is get them in front of a camera and have them say, sure, you could spend the night, or here, take my keys, or what else? I don't know. I've never been a felon or tried to set somebody up for a felony and then thought that would work. In many cases, it does work, but in that case, then you're like a felon's bitch. Then you're like a felon only because you helped a felon. And if you didn't want to help a felon, so much the better, right? I'm sure in the felon word, hi guys, hi Abby. There's rules for being a felon that I don't know, because I don't follow the rule not to be a felon. It's not a rule not to be a felon. It's a lifestyle choice. The one that I made a long time ago when I found out what happens to felons. Mommy, what's a felon? Actually, she didn't get that question. I found out before I had to ask. And then I don't think I've asked anybody, what's a felon? Well, it's a fucking bad day at the beach, I'll tell you that. Felons are not afforded certain rights and privileges in society. Unlike myself, where I get the right to free speech, felon doesn't get that. Right to bear arms. A felon does absolutely not get that. They'll fucking chop your fucking arm off if they want. A felon doesn't get protections against unreasonable search and seizure. Oh, no. Any search and seizure is reasonable when you're a felon. And I'm sure to a large extent, most of the people who have been stolen from me over the last few years probably thought they were stealing from a felon. Okay, well, not so much, guys. Hi. Yeah, the felons are all giggling. They don't give a fuck. What you gonna do, arrest me? Yeah, no shit. Once somebody gets to the point where they're fucking instantly fleeing from the law, and the law says, oh, there he is. Should we chase him? Nah, I'm tired. We're out of donuts. Like, once you're at that point, getting another crime, oh, fuck it. Who cares? Literally, who cares? Only the accountants. And that only matters when they actually get you and they actually have you. And then you're actually in a cage. Actually in an actual cage. Cage. They push you in a cage because you're an animal. I mean, if you're a felon and you just fucking won't stop being a felon. Oh, no, fuck you. I want to be a felon. Yeah, I know. Oh, fucking you. Fuck your remediation. Fuck your restoration. I want to be. At that point, the man really has nothing else to do besides a cage or chemical lobotomy or actual lobotomy. It's pretty bad. And the raging lunacy of a felon. It's nothing pretty. I mean, it's a sickness. It's caused by a misapplication of simple human rights. The idea is, okay, so a person has rights, and then another person violates those rights repeatedly, over and over again, and enjoys doing it. Loves to do it. Loves to violate other people's rights. Okay, well, he has the right to do that. But does he actually do it? Does she actually do it? I don't know if that really applies there. I mean, certainly women violate other men's rights all the time, and they like it. Men will pay women money to be a dominatrix, to violate their rights. Oh, please, violate me some more. Please, I love it. This actually happens all over the place. Fuck, it's happening right now. 9 a.m. on a Monday morning. Yeehaw! That happens all the time. They love it. That is such a part of society that there's no way that they're going to stop that. Fuck no. That's not a crime. That's justice. Just us in this room. This is the pleasure room. The pain room is down the hall. You just wait there in the waiting room. I got to put on my spiked heels. That's what they do. That's what some people do. Where was I? I was talking about felons. Oh yeah. Well, I don't really want to talk about felons. I'd rather talk about those boobs. They are pretty nice. I no longer have the same kind of that I did for a brief moment.
Narcissist who thought that they could just roll you back in anytime.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Clayton. Back to felons. Clayton is not going to get me as his felon. I'm sure he wanted to. Fuck. Frankly, it's an honor to just be nominated.
So getting the news that they're being let go of a job or something like that.
Yeah. If somebody paid Clayton to be the guy who makes me into a felon, that's a good gig. That's a quality gig. That's good money. It's not easy money either. Fuck no. Puts a lot of stuff at risk. I think he lost everything he had. Again. Wah, 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 wah. That's Clayton. No offense, brother. And he is my brother. Not my actual brother. Nor am I a part of the brotherhood. But we're both hidden nerds. We're both nigger geeks. We both smell bad. That's the way it is. I like him. He's genuinely charismatic.
When they're caught up in this act trying to break into your home.
Oh yeah. I don't doubt it. Hang on.
Whatever this is, guys.
Everything I just said about Clayton is true. So if he was paid money to try and fuck me over and make me a felon, so I could be his felon bitch, so he could get the bounty, I don't doubt for a minute that he's got that previously going on. Certainly, by the time I put this on YouTube, I am going to put it on YouTube. By the time I do that, he will have lost that contract because it's just not going to happen. For one thing, I know what he's doing. I know it. I've suspected for some time that was his plan. But actually to know and to say and to put it on YouTube and to say, I love Clayton. He's a felon. Fuck you. If I actually say that, I just said that, it's true. I do like the guy. If I ever became a felon, he'd be like the number one guy I would go to. And I would say, dude, I'm going to give you this beer that I just stole from a convenience store. We're going to drink beer and you're going to tell me all the shit that you didn't tell me before because I wasn't a felon. And then if he didn't immediately kick down, I don't know what I would do. Oh. There's the knock at the door. Hey, it's a felon. Okay, hang on. I got to pause this. Hang on.
The ring of fire. 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 The ring of fire.
Yeah, I just see that he's on the little there.
Okay, so now this guy that's hearing, you can't hear him very well. His name is Hidden Nigger. That's his name. Hidden Nigger. He's not really hidden. All right. We got there. He's got 2 screws. He's got 2 gears. 2 screws, 2 gears, and a cap to a bottle. This is code. Remember what I was just saying? Yeah, I don't understand that. There's a knife and a bottle. Oh, Jess got it. She said she's getting up. Yeah. She's probably okay. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna pause it. I can't actually work like this. This is awkward. deal is that there's a pile of trash that's swept up on the floor, and it's been swept up against the wall where I placed something that was put on the porch. And the thing that I put on the porch, I actually want. It's waterlogged. It's got everything in it that I think everything in it that came with it. I won't say what it is because I got the message when all this trash was swept against the wall. Now I know the reason why it's trash is because the way that it's swept against the thing that I want. There was nothing against the wall, and then I put this item there that I found on my porch, right by my front door. Well, rosemary and thyme. Where's the parsley and sage? That was my mother's. Do I want it? No, I don't want it. I have it, and now I got a ruffian looking through it. Do I want it? A spring and a screw and another screw. Well, I didn't create a big pile of garbage. That Jaeger bottle, that's mine. It's the one thing the man who this guy used to be bought that with her to drink on my mother's birthday or anniversary of death anyway. And so I ask him for it. I say, I want that. He hands it to me, but he drops it right before I can. This is the kind of language that people use. It's very, yeah. Now I can't record this part because my brain hurts just thinking about this shit. I'm walking away from the pile of trash. They do this so that they can humiliate somebody. Because what better way to humiliate someone other than making them listen to Louis Wayne's poetry being read by a twink high on acid? That'd be humiliating. What's second best way to humiliate somebody than to see them down on all fours, digging through trash and dirt and filth and decay for items that they cherished as a child and lost track of as an adult, and then found in a pile of everything but sick next to your own front door, swept up against the place, against the wall where you put one object that you wanted. I did want it. I don't really want it anymore. Now I have it. Swept up with trash. Now, the thing with trash is, the trash is left behind after they've taken all the good stuff. They don't know what good is. They just know what's going to get them money. Because they need money so they can get drugs. And they need drugs so they can continue their abhorrent lifestyle. I didn't think 12 miles outside of Longview, right off of exit 52, that's 52. I don't know where they live. I think they live in the hills. I think they just come down out of the forest. Fuck with people. I think this big mile of treasure, this big pile of rocks that I guarantee you is worth billions for sure. They can't really take away the hill. But what they can do is build an old church on top of it, claim it's 100 years old, and then sell it to Whitey. Because Whitey's an idiot. I don't know how many people have fucking been moved here and have been annihilated over the years. Not many lately. And probably there's a bunch of people that are real disappointed that little Michael Kuzik moved in here. Especially since it has been the harbinger of their doom. People undoubtedly used to come to this place and then try to sneak on to the hill to find rocks. It's got a manufactured creek. It's got a waterfall, also manufactured. I can tell because the hills are cut in this particular way. Masons are real clever. What they did was invented railroads, made all kinds of money. And then they had so much money that they were able to create a hill made of gold, literally. And they did this right in front of everybody. They shipped rocks with ore-bearing rocks. And they shipped them with the railway up and down the West Coast. And they dumped them all here. Most of them here. Some of them, well, actually, I don't actually know about that, right? I'm not a real historian. I just look around me and see, oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's what happened. There's some gaps in my knowledge. And the person who undoubtedly will be able to point me in the right direction has been removed from my area of concern and influence and conversation, largely because I'm pretty sure about this part, that somebody figured out if they let me and her keep talking to each other, we were gonna upset people big time, and then they separated us. So I did twice as much upsetting as I was going to do anyway, all at once. Ha! Is that better? Is that better, guys? You like that? Yeah. Some of them like it, some of them don't. All of them are kind of uneasy. I don't blame them. Shit, I'm uneasy too. That doesn't mean that I'm easy, or that doesn't mean the opposite of, well, never, doesn't matter. So I haven't seen my sweetie in so long, I can't remember what her boobs taste like. They didn't taste like just any boobs. They taste like her boobs. Very frustrating. Now, boobs are trash. What do I talk about next? There's a man looking through my trash, and he's not looking for boobs, but he's going to go find some boobs as soon as he can. Because whatever he does, it's boob related, since he's obsessed with drugs and sex and is in full on relapse and has no qualms about doing certain kinds of things like stripping naked and wandering through the neighborhood. I got that guy living in an RV parked in my driveway. And the reason why he's doing that is because he has to go somewhere. I don't know where he was before. I don't know where he came from. They may have created him just out of the ether, just because somebody like him has to exist. He's like the lightning rod of the stereotypical pedophile. I don't know if he thinks of himself as a pedophile. He is undoubtedly a pedophile, because I know what a pedophile is. An irresistible attraction to those in possession of immature equipment. For example, I don't know how to get a whore. I don't know. I literally don't know how. I would have to talk to somebody who knows how to get whores and say, who do I talk to get to buy a girl? Lauren is that man. For now, for me. I'm not gonna do that. No way. For one thing, I've already gone this many years without actually buying a whore. I don't plan to start unless I'm gonna go somewhere like Pahrump or Idaho. Best hoe. Idaho. Best hoe. Yeah. When you're in Seattle and you want to get a whore and you know how to get one, you have one, I guess. I don't know. I would imagine that once you get one, then it wouldn't be that hard to get another, and another, and another, and another. That's not why I'm interested in talking about whoring. I'm not. I am interested in making sure that all the pimps know. Hi, pimps. Hi. I'm just not going to do it. Ever. And unfortunately, once that fact is known to all the pimps of the land, then the pimps start to get mean, because they can't really stand competition in the pimping world. But they can't abide while a man wanders around being sexy, and I am sexy. Being cool, I am cool. Having money, I have enough for at least a couple whores. You ever seen Risky Business, the movie that put Tom Cruise on the map? Pretty good movie. Great role for Joey Pants. Joey Pants is the pimp. Joey Pants. It's a cool name. Jack Star just for you. Dating moves that turn heads and spark serious reactions. Oh, okay. I don't know if Joey Pants is still a pimp. Certainly, he pretends that he's never been one when he acts or something. I don't know. I haven't seen his work lately, but he's pretty cool. I like him. I've never met him, but I like him. Where was I? Oh yeah. So somebody like me who doesn't want to suck dick or take it up the butt, best butt, but still, I don't want to. I'm not interested in going the gay way. I'm not. Forget Top Gun. Yeah, he does risky business and he does Top Gun. Gee, I wonder why. I lied. I'm not wondering. I'm not going to start dancing for money. All this cheesecake doesn't dance for free. I'm not going to be doing that though, because I would only dance if exhorted to by a woman who does things that a whore would do, but not for money. But any woman is going to want something. She can give orgasms to herself, I hope. She can't humiliate a man by herself. She needs a man for that. She can humiliate them from a distance, but to humiliate a man close up and to have him come back for more, that's the dream. A man who wants to be humiliated and pays her for it. Hang on. That's what they want. All of them. There's no lie. Every woman wants that deal. She might not want it anymore once she's had it, but I don't know too many of those women, since they usually go back to humiliating from resistance, I guess. I don't know. But the desire to be involved in this lifestyle is non-existent for me, which makes me a prize. It makes women value me higher when they hear about me. At first, they think it's just a myth, but then if they actually meet me or they smell me, oh my God, he hasn't showered in how long? He must smell terrible. Then they get a whiff and they're like, oh, there's a real man under there. There's a real man under there. Suddenly all the fucking smell, it's gone. They don't fuck no. They've been around other men. They know what bad man smells like. The fact that I'm covered in bad men and probably not any of my feces. I do wipe. Probably that's enough. Just a little tinge of smell. If women are bitches, then obviously they have a good sense of smell, right? So someone like me has to be kept isolated from the rest of the herd. The flock of seagulls is not going to respond as well to the animal husbandry expert. What do you call a falconer? Is that still a husband? An animal well, whatever. I don't know much about training people close up to do things or animals. I haven't had the opportunity to have a dog of my own. I don't want to right now. I've had a cat, but both of the cats that I had were trained by somebody else, and well, they sort of listen to me, sort of. Not like my girlfriends, really. I don't really want to learn how to train either cats or girlfriends. But the good news is, if I did want to learn that, I would just have to learn it once. All right, back to the premiere.
Guys, somebody's name could be Terry.
Oh, hey, Terry.
You're not blinded. People are not blinded. They ain't got no money. They count in your pockets. Two of Pentacles, you've been balanced here. Yep. Lover's energy and the reverse, guys. I cannot make this up. Somebody trying to come in and make their way back into your energy to try to trick you, get your home. Here, rob you. This is somebody that's homeless that's trying to.
She's lying. She's lying. Cut her mic.
What they got, you defeated this person in the past. You've already
I'm already cut.
away from these people. Somebody's name could be Wilma.
Wilma? No.
Linda,
that's cool though. That's cool. That's code. I like this reader. I hope she does more. You just put up my feed. I'm kind of liking this booth again.
I cannot make this up.
Wow. Okay.
Bad news here.
Yeah, there's bad news. I do like her.
These are people that trap themselves, guys, and this is everything that they did to you. They never thought that it would come back. This is like karma planned out. Something could have took 3 to 4 years, guys. Now
she's sad. This reader's sad because the girl that I like is not Terry. It's probably not Tammy, but funny thing about life, she can download from heaven or Los Angeles, wherever she is. All women are that woman because of the Navy and because of magic and because boobs and because funny story. Actually, I can't tell that story, but I will say that this woman is sad because she just did the cards, and she's discovering that, I won't say who, actually does like me. She's still thinking about me. That makes sense. I still think about her. I think about a lot of women, but I'm really only into one at a time. I do only have the one dick. I'm not into having a harem. I'm not into having a whore. I'm not into having a side piece. I've never had a side piece. I don't know how the fuck I would do that. It's not practical or kosher. So I don't really care about either. Impractical is pretty much my brand.
For you to get something or whatever this is that's coming in, or you to do something, or for you to reap the rewards of your benefits, which
my benefits, yeah. So this woman is thinking to herself, okay, I want to figure out a way to steal from him. I'm going to do it with my body. Because her body wants me. And she's trying to master herself by using her body to make me susceptible to more robbing. It doesn't really matter that everything's been robbed. For one thing, they haven't gotten away with it. I don't know where the fuck my Xbox X is. I paid $700 for this fucking thing. I used it for like a total of an hour and a half. It just sat there next to the TV that was on the wall. Now the TV on the wall is gone, and the Xbox, and fucking everything else gone. It's like risky business, but with trash. I don't care. I really don't care. I pretty much knew that I didn't care about much of anything once I walked in on a Gorgon, which was not terrifying, but it really put me in my place. Okay. For one thing, Gorgon is a bad word. The GG, they're not Gorgons. If they become one, you fucked up. And the fact that I'm alive is astonishing to many people. The person, hi guy. I apologize for using the word. It's better than saying what she really is, or identifying her, or explaining to people who, I'm sorry. I don't enjoy using the word Gorgon nigger Gorgon. She was a nigger Gorgon, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it was really hot, but it was also, almost killed me. And in fact, it may still end up doing that as well, because this isn't over. They still have to get away with it. There's an ongoing thing. There's dudes running around. I got FBI living down in a van down by the river. A bunch of, hi guys, hi FBI. I've seen them before. Not them in particular, not the individuals, but I'm familiar with how they work. It's labor of a kind. It's not easy. I think it's harder than pimping. Not sure. I've never been FBI or pimp dog. Never. And so that's the attraction. This woman, she's in denial about it because she doesn't want to think of herself as a whore. Well, whatever, she's FBI or whatever the fuck. There's this woman who I was allowed to meet, and then they whisked her away because I was supposed to chase her. And she's programmed that way. When women find a man that they like, they run for new underwear. Number one, they just go sploosh, and they can't really do anything about it. They're not supposed to. I'm supposed to do something about it. And they're programmed by society, by biology, by chemistry, by experience, by preference. They run because running's much more fun when chased. What? We have that word. That's why we have the word chastity. Chaste. CHASTE. CHASED. Chaste. I'm supposed to chase her. I guess I am. Certainly my mind is chasing her. And this all happens on an energetic level that most people aren't aware of. But women tend to become aware that they're being chased by a man who doesn't run. Eventually. Especially if it's real. I don't know how real it is, because this woman hasn't figured out yet that she needs to stab her pimps in the liver. Whack, whack, whack. Just kill her pimps and then just come to my house and covered in blood and say, hi, I need help. I'm there for you, baby. I'm there.
Looking on that these people are trying so hard to destroy you because of your peace, because of who you are.
Trying so hard to destroy me because of my peace. Yeah, I got peace, all right.
The 10-year sentence. This
Whoa,
is
10-year sentence. 10-year sentence. Fuck. Well, technically, I've done 10 years after taking care of my mother as she died. My mother died in 2015, November 11th. think. Yeah. She died in 2015, November 11th, because she didn't live to see a Trump presidency. She was out the door behind her and Jen Reno. And it's been nearly 10 years. I have lived in prison ever since. It may seem like I had money. It may seem like I had things. It may seem like I had stuff. Well, at the end of it, I'm not going to have anything at all. Except maybe this girl. If I could get away from all this bullshit with the girl, I've won. No question. Since typically pimps do not allow their girls to run away. That doesn't happen. You don't get to pay once and then run away with her. Great movies have been based on this. True Romance, Risky Business. I can't think of any other right now, but I'm sure they're out there. So this woman who's imagining that she's going to come in here and rob from me with her body, she's not. But she's looking for an angle. And all of her angles are going to involve her body because I like her body. I already know that. I don't like her boobs because I'm a liar. I'm a filthy fucking liar.
Spiritual gel. Yeah, they got a black heart chakra. This is verbatim here. Because they did something so many times. They gotta sit up here and go through this karma, guys. Something's going on with somebody's eyes, or people losing everything, or somebody they really don't have nowhere to go.
No, she doesn't.
I don't predict dirt on you, trick people. People know the truth.
What they may not realize is that
Me.
she has no choice in the matter. It's up to me. I choose, they come. Now, pimps get in the way of this process. They facilitate the transaction. They're supposed to, anyway. They don't do it very fucking well with me. Mostly because they imagine they're going to do it multiple times. No. I meet them. They're ruined for life. They're no longer going to be thinking about anybody but me. They might get distracted for a while, but at the end of their life, they're going to be like, hey, wait a second. Why didn't I stay with that guy? Why didn't he have more money? Well, I do have more money, just not for you. And a woman who gets all my money. Hi. Shockland. Hi, Shockland. I will make tons of money for you. I like you. I'll go out and get me a woman and then bring her back and then everything's fine. And then I'll kill your leader and breed all his women. Free all his dogs, give them thumbs. That's what a sorcerer does. And then the spirits of the answers will be appeased. Does that sound good? Okay.
Still trying to talk shit about you because you're not abandoned. Not because they could not steal what you invented here.
Still trying to talk shit about me because I'm not a Ben Den. Hi, Ben. Not a Ben Den. No, I'm not. I'm not a Ben Den. No. Still trying to talk shit because they can't steal what I invented. No, you can't steal what I invented. You can't. I can help you learn to use it. Honest to God. It depends on what the Navy says. The Navy has a copy. They're the only ones who have one. It's up to them. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to invent an incredibly powerful defensive weapon and then not give it to my military. That would be foolish. Foolish. It would also be treason. Just because I'm working for the gods and God, and I'm a strict monotheist, so I work for God. That means I also work alongside Satan, which Satan is not real thrilled with. I don't give a fuck. He's not thrilled with anything except unless it's about him. But sometimes it is. You may wonder where Jesus is in this situation. I will remind you that Christians do not call themselves Jesusians. Okay?
Yeah, they were in the background with these groupies here that are in a reverse exposed, watching shit go down here, enjoying the gossip. Now that everything is out in the open,
everything?
They want to confess, they want to act as if they're always on your side so that they can be back around you, get something off of them.
That is so cute.
Try to stop you again, guys.
Get something off of them. Yeah, her clothes. Yeah. Jackstar does not do lingerie. Those are floor coverings. I could give a fuck. Yeah, you look pretty. Great. Get them off. Let's go. I'm going to look into her eyes, and my body can look at the rest. That's fine. As lovely as the notion of lingerie is, I don't I don't think about flaws in beauty. I don't think about beauty. I think about the woman. It's not hard to do. And sorry, I'm distracted. Anyway, so this is wow. This woman who's reading, she sounds kind of sad and forlorn. It's because she's seen the future. She knows I'm gonna take that one. I've already taken her. I've taken her fancy. She's on my side. She's like trying to figure out how she can convince me that she's always been on my side. Duh, I knew that. Yeah. She's hot as fuck. And I love her. And all the other women are her, in a sense, because there's really only one of us here. And this woman, she looks like her. And I don't know how the boobs compare, but it doesn't matter. Because it's because it's not about the boobs. It's about power.
Even as Queen Rising stepping into your power, King Rising, nothing but close to do. Something about
those boobs come close.
This the end of June, guys. Yeah, because they missed our opportunity. They've been jealous of you, trying to destroy you, mistreating you, overstepping their boundaries here. You set up new boundaries. They cannot cross this line, guys, and they know this here. Somebody's trying to get photo-proof, guys. It's getting ready to backfire. Missed opportunity, destroyed here. Yeah, keep protecting yourself. These are people that damaged themselves. There is no more chemistry left. Yeah, you've already forgiven these people and walked away. Somebody was trying to come in and bring you a dirty offer.
A dirty offer, yeah. So there's this person who's imagining that I'm not going to find out that they have shitloads of money. And they're lying to me. They're attempting to say, I need money for food. Can you give me food for McDonald's? Yeah, I can. That's why you like me. Am I going to? No. Fuck no. This woman gets way more. This woman gets way more satisfaction ripping me off than she ever would having sex. She's had plenty of sex. She's had bell ringer orgasms. She could do that to herself too. What she can't do by herself is get the feeling that she's ripped me off. She gets a major dopa hit. That's dopamine. Dopamine. She gets the dopa hit, successfully getting money out of me. Because she's not going to give me shit. She never has. She's my friend because I know this about her. And to discover that she's devolved into a carpet-bagging whore, is that really a devolvement from what happened in the past? I don't really know. I do know that I don't hate her. And I also know that there's no quid pro quo here. There's no way I'm going to... Now that I know what I know, I still don't know if she has an anus. I have no idea. I would assume I don't know. So I haven't been putting my dick in her ass. I've never put my dick in her ass. Once again, I don't know if she has one. It's fine with me. Now, to the extent that I can be friends with such a person, I am. I do care for her, but it's not the kind of caring that she wants. Nor is it the kind of caring that's going to live long. Well, after being invited to my wedding, if I were to have one. I wouldn't mind having a wedding if I were to be married. And the secret clando spouse that I have, it's not really a marriage in the same way a usual marriage is. There's some caveats. That's why I have a covenant and not a marriage. That's why I'm not married, but I am. It depends on the not the day of the week, but it depends on the circumstances and the context of the question. Yeah, I got a wife. She's dead, but nevertheless, the covenant, unlike a wedding vow, lasts beyond death, which is awkward in the extreme for tax purposes. To say nothing of my sex life, but I am pretty good at what I do, which is mostly sit on my porch surrounded by my own feces, talking about boobs, choking it down inhalants. So I got that going for me.
Careful. Continue to recharge your heart. Somebody's name could be Leah. Somebody's also Carlos. Somebody may be trying also.
Somebody's name could be Leah. That's sweet. That is sweet. I do like her as well. However, she's definitely not a whore. And there's not enough money in the world to keep that woman in shoes.
You guys, this could be an earth sign that is projecting this negativity towards you, Taurus, Capricorn.
Baby, I love you.
Yeah. We want you to resist yourself because of this luck here that they're sending your energy, guys.
Okay, so Grapefleet, hi Grapefleet, they kind of have a lot to thank me for, and I don't know if they know how to be thankful. They're a pack of hunter killers that barely remembers me at all, other than by scent of reputation. I don't think that OG Grapefruit and I are going to ever meet again because she's dead. Dead. Thanks, Scullis County. Thanks. Not that she didn't deserve to die, but nevertheless, I don't think that I'm going to see her again in that form. If I do, it'll be nice. It'll be different. She won't be Grapefruit. She'll be kumquat. Seriously, she'll be kumquat. She might be pomelo, but probably not. Probably not. Once you go down to Grapefruit, there's really no going back. And with time travel involved, which it actually is, I don't want to make it sound like I'm crazy at the end of the fucking story, but time travel.
Yeah, looking you up, guys. I cannot make this up. Be careful.
Seriously.
You want to come in and try to make you have self-doubt, self-pity, self-limiting beliefs here.
I'm in love with the time traveler who turns into a Gorgon when she's mad, and she tried to kill me for an hour and a half, and I walked it off, and then didn't get charged, and then I'm still alive, and I don't know where she is, but she's probably pimping and hoeing herself. I'm the epitome of the one that got away. I'm away, all right. I mean, admittedly, it wasn't entirely my idea. And would I run back? I don't think I would run back to her, but I think I would take a bus. Sure. For sure. I wouldn't have to walk. Oh, fuck no. If I tried walking there, somebody would pick me up and ask me where I was going. And if I said, I'll go see Grapefruit, they'd probably put the zip ties on me right there.
So that you can put stumbling blocks, roadblocks in your energy. Also, be careful of anybody trying to make you have a private relationship or about trying to get you in a private relationship.
What? Hang on. Whoa. I'm going to look this up. What is a private relationship? What is that? Private relationship. Oh, that's where I'm kept as a secret with a military personnel. That makes sense. Okay, well, I don't think that's going to work out anyway, since I'm anything but private now, since I've been put on fucking Front Street.
I'm trying to gain your trust or something.
Gain my trust.
You've already learned these lessons. Mirror them.
Oh, Grapefruit, dear Grapefruit, I love you. You're a whore.
And somebody could be a Libra. Leo,
Libra and Leo. 2 L's. Ugh. Listen, ladies. I like you. I like you together. I know where you are. I'm glad you're having fun. I am. Seriously. I'm not going to fuck you up. I know there's that time in Shanghai where I blew your whole plan. With respect, it wouldn't have worked anyway. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. I have for some time. I knew 3rd or 4th date. They're like, really? Yeah. No, I can't do that. It would never come out in the wash. It would never work.
1976, 88. Somebody's sick.
Oh.
Mercury, energy, yeah. Something about immediate communication.
Immediate.
801's quick movement here.
Yeah, immediate communication. That'd be great. Yeah, Grapefruit 1 has to talk to Grapefruit 2. Is that what you really call yourselves? Whatever. Girls, you could certainly associate with me in the future, but you're not going to be able to pull it off again. It was a beautiful time. The 3rd has already moved on. Yeah. It was beautiful, but there was men involved, also known as your pimps. And then since you didn't tell me, you can't just keep me in a box and then expect me to be the same person. The one before was not in a box, he imagined. Now, I'm the man who's still in a box. I'm the man in the box. My shit. Come on, save me. Yeah. You know how that guy ended up dying? In a box, surrounded by his own shit, with a needle picking out of their arm. Which he probably deserved, honestly. Still a bummer.
First, you're getting that news, what you're getting. Well, for the next 10 years, they're not going to be able to manifest anything.
Oh, ladies, I will come help. I will come help you eventually.
Negotiate.
In the meantime, you better start that timer.
Please. Thank apologies, guys. Also, 1971.
Well, I'm not apologizing for anything. I don't have anything to apologize for, ladies.
Don't forget to like, share.
I have nothing to apologize for.
Bye.
For one thing, I've already apologized. For another, you had an awesome time. You fucking know it. And where are you now? Where are you now? And do you have a plane ticket home? And do you have a passport? If the answer is yes, burn them, because you're fucked. Click.
Save me.
Just kind of showing off. 2 still missing and long dead. And 11 still viewing. Wait. Let me back that up. 2 still missing, 11 dead. That's something my father used to say. And it means something very, very bad. Something so bad that I'm glad that I don't have to say it ever. And I'm not going to. Now, the reason why I'm upset is because I've discovered some things. I've discovered who has done what. I've discovered what's being done here that's unlawful and unregulated and unlegal, let's say. It's unlegal. Now, if I were to tell people what's happening, there are certain people who would be disappointed who wake up in prison every day for a long time. So I'm not going to do that because, for one thing, why put them in prison before they die in agony from cancer when you could have them run around finding dead rats and tying them to dead strings and swinging them from dead sticks and making all kinds of money before they suddenly realize, what? I've wasted my life working for the Dark Lord? I thought I was working for the Dark Lord. Oh. And then they dissolve in a puff of logic because working for the Dark Lord, well, that works for the Dark Lord. It doesn't work for you unless you're the Dark Lord. And if you're the Dark Lord, how can you work for the Dark Lord? See, it's kind of self-evident when you look about it. There's this guy who's not the Dark Lord. He's the dog of the Dark Lord. And he left the house. And then he came back and put his backpack in the wheelbarrow that I guess his mother or something. Anyway, there's been some shifts at the house. I don't know what the hell they were thinking other than, I'm the Dark Lord, worship me. They were thinking that. And they were thinking, get the rocks out of the ground, get the color. It's kind of an old program. But when all else fails, dig gold out of the land, and then you have money. It's really the oldest profession, getting gold out of the ground. But it's not always gold. Sometimes it's chalcedony. Sometimes it's malachite. Sometimes it's citrine. Sometimes it's not amber, because amber comes from, well, I guess amber could be found below ground, but I think amber becomes citrine when it's below ground, and then amber is amber when it's got a bug in it. And ember, well, whatever. I don't know much about the color, but getting the color out of the ground is what people do when they're just completely and utterly held in thrall to crystals. There's 1, 2, 3. I think 3 people here, counting me. I see 3 bodies sometimes, all at once, but right now one's behind a truck, one's behind a tree, one's behind an RV. I'm always a people because, hi, I'm Jack, I'm a star. Those of you who have been looking forward to my debrief will notice that I haven't been publishing it very often lately, and that's because reasons and things that I a white van. Things that I work on sometimes preclude talking into my phone like an idiot. I don't want to spook the locals or the natives or the individuals who are at my house. I think there's a guy living in my attic. I think there's another guy living in my other attic. And when I say my, I'm referring to the residence in which I reside, and is technically my home in the sense that I'm on Earth, so everything is my home, and I'm in the cosmos, so as long as I'm in the Milky Way galaxy, I'm technically home, and I certainly reside in the Milky Way galaxy in some media markets. Other times I reside somewhere else other than a behavioral hospital, although they seem to have brought the behavioral hospital to me. You don't know what life is. You don't know how rich and delicious a tapestry life has given you until you see somebody in a car who looks like the master of the Master Blaster pair from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. There's this little fucking midget, there's this little dwarf, like a dwarf baby, except with a big old head. It's in the back seat of this car, like a car seat. And in the front seat is the woman who's not a whore much anymore. She didn't look like the person whose birthday it was. It was her. Looked just like her. I don't often see her behind the driver's seat wheel, but I guess she's such a good Ferengi in the future that she becomes Ferengi sized, and then she's taking notes. Scribble, scribble, scribble. She's scribbling away in the back seat, while in the front seat is a woman who's almost exactly, but not quite, completely not my type. Cast. Person who it was her birthday. I knew something was going to happen. I didn't know what, but having her show up with a thingy in her back seat, scribbling away, taking notes the same way Don Turner was in the back seat taking notes. It was pretty cool. Don Turner, he like waves me off when I look inside the other car that was here weeks before that, and it looked just like my psychologist, who I don't think he was banished to hell. I think he was at work, and he was a very good psychologist, and he was a polite psychologist, and he was an effective psychologist, because I asked him a bunch of questions, and some of them were answered with, "Oh, you need a psychiatrist for that," and some of them were answered with, "I can't tell you that." Most notably, "Why do I need to see a psychiatrist?" After he told me the first answer to that question, which I won't spoil for anybody, but here's a hint. Don Turner could not prescribe me any medication. He wasn't a medical doctor, and he wasn't going to prescribe me any medication, mostly because I didn't need any. I did need some answers, but as many wise psychologists know, there's no reason to answer the questions for the patient when the patient can just get off his ass and go to work mowing lawns until he can buy enough tarot cards to divine the answer to his question. He can't just sit and think, "Hey, what do I need?" No, you got to work for that. And that means working for somebody else, and that means Jews get a cut, and they call it tax, or they used to, and so on and so on. Don Turner could not answer all my questions for me, and then I didn't really have that many questions. I only had one question. What the fuck are you fucking assholes doing? And he couldn't tell me that, because if he did, he wouldn't be able to answer any more questions. Fuck. Yeah, he had the right to remain silent, as well as the ability to maintain his career. You don't really want to talk yourself out of your job on your first day, although it was far from his first day. Anyway, after a few months, he also told me some other extraordinarily useful things, since the purpose of a psychologist is to train the patient to deal with their problems effectively using certain mnemonic tools, whereas a psychiatrist's role is to train the patient effectively using a variety of prescriptions. And usually the person goes back and forth. Psychologist, psychiatrist, and one of them gives you prescriptions, and the other one tells you why you should feel better about having to go to work to fill them. But in my case, I didn't really need prescriptions, and he knew that. He couldn't tell me, "By the way, we messed up your nose when you were a baby. Because later on, we were going to mess up your nose some more when you were a toddler. Because you were going to get too smart. And you got too smart real quick, kid. So we pushed you off your bike. I mean, your trike. You weren't wearing a bike. You were wearing a trike. You were 4.5. We pushed you down the stairs. The ramp. We knocked you off your tricycle and pushed in your face and killed you. You left a scar on your forehead that they were going to write Harry Potter about." It's true. Hi, I'm Jack Strapp. Got a lightning bolt scar on my forehead. more than that. Anyway, I got an IQ of 176 at age 3, and we thought that was a little bit out of bounds. So rather than tell you to keep it down or shut up or cut your mic, we just cut your breathing, Mike. That's not what Don Turner said. He didn't say jack or shit about how I was intentionally hobbled when I was 3.5 because my IQ being tested at 176 was just not practical for the kind of Magyar, soon-to-be orphan, that they were looking to grow. They wanted to be smart, but not too smart. And I'm beginning to get a real clear picture of what my parents did to piss everybody off. Because apparently what they did was they figured out a way to birth a child that could save the planet and then do it without waiting for a paycheck. Or have to be hauled off to the loony bin afterwards. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm sorry. I saved your planet again. This time I get to talk about it. Mostly because, well, it must be Earth because I saw Don Turner in the backseat of a car driven by people in hell. So either he's alive and working with the Hells Angels, or he dies and he's forced to be a psychologist in hell for dead veterans who pretend to be motorcycle club members but are actually chauffeurs for the Grim Reaper, since at no time did it look like I was in hell or that I was talking to clandestine Hells Angels in disguise who were working a complicated operation to explain to me, without being at all obvious about it, why they had to go into hell and torture Don Turner for being an asshole. Dude. Don Turner. I saw you for several months, and you gave me really good advice. You didn't give me a prescription. I didn't get a prescription. That fucking amitriptyline dude. Lame. But what you didn't tell me was, hey, you should get your deviated septum fixed, and then you can see colors. Oh, and by the way, it's not that medical science is dumb or that it's too complicated to figure out. We just don't want to tell you yet that we fucked up your nose, and that's why you can't think. And then the only thing you can think is that you're surrounded by fucking morons who fucking lie to get you to go get a job tying strings to dead rats so you can swing around and fucking run the economy while I sit here and take fucking notes on you, you little fucking twerp. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't mind being blasphemous. He lied. Sorry, Jesus. Jesus kind of doesn't like it so much, but he definitely doesn't like it when I'm being blasphemous unthinkingly. Jesus fucking Christ. That means Christ is probably Satan. Jesus fucks him. Jesus fuck Satan. Thank you. Satan is my dog. Not my boy. Satan's my dog. Cerberus has 3 heads. I assume Jesus picks the pretty one for me, and then he takes the other 2 out back and shows them what the third eye is for. I guess. Maybe they can take turns sniffing it. I don't give a fuck. If Christ hang from a tree for 3 days, he could definitely come down and beat the crap out of my dog. Since I didn't like what happened to me with the dog, and with the swimming pool, and with the neighbor girl, and the other times when I've accidentally broken things with my fearsome Herculean strength. I didn't have very much, but after I let John Abbey break his sunglasses, his reading glasses, his eyeglasses, John Abbey came at me, and then I pushed him, and then his eyeglasses went flying in 2 directions, and he went crying after them. I don't know why he was attacking me, but it was probably because he knew me as the reason why he had to go back to Earth and didn't make it to heaven. Like, imagine going to heaven, and then you're there like 10 minutes, you're doing your first thing, and then all of a sudden they go, warp, 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 danger, warning, and then they come in and they say, hey, you're in the wrong class, and they pull you out of heaven, and they send you back to hell, and they make you a Jew golem, and say, okay, your job is to take care of little Michael Cousy, because you fucked up. And then they just disappear. I imagine you have a behavior problem, too. I don't know if that's exactly what happened with John Abbey, but I had to get removed from one class and put into another a few times because I was in the wrong one. And how did I get into the wrong one? Well, I wasn't always late to school. Sometimes I'd get there before my Dybbuk clone, which was created because my father's a real fucking genius. And I can see why my mother and my father had arguments and didn't really talk about them and didn't really get along well, because one of the two of them fucked up, and then rather than talk about it or tell me how they fucked up, they just arranged for everybody in the universe to be named Michael on one day, and then they figured they just swap them around later. Now, I know that's a long story. Good, because the truth is much shorter. Dawn Turner, you went to hell. Dawn. My friend Dawn got raped. Sorry. My friend Dave raped her. Sorry. She gets kind of mad. Hey, how come I got raped? Well, because you pretended that you were named Dawn when you were actually named something else. Poor. And you did that so that you could steal my fucking baby batter. Which you don't do for a while, but you eventually get to take. Because I give it, and because I'm polite. I mentioned to my semen on the way out the door, also known as the urethra. I tell my little wigglies, well, you can implant and give her one, I guess. She gets one, I guess, and then the rest of the sperm. Oh, mysteriously non-viable. I know this because I go to the holodeck of the future in a dream, and there's some weird shit going on, and I'm drugged. I can't move the way I usually would. And as much as I like Tamara and Tamara and Tammy, those are three different women that I don't usually see anywhere, let alone in the same room, after ducking behind a portal and having sex with me. Really? Okay, that's one hell of a dream. I don't know why I would have sex with those women other than to give them baby batter voluntarily. And while it may seem like a simple procedure to get baby batter out of a man, not all men allow their semen the right to self-determinacy. It's mine. It's my semen. I didn't train them to just implant in any fucking sponge willy-nilly. No. They follow orders. They follow them very well. And whatever fucking deal my friend had to do to get to 70,000 years in the future, where they have a holodeck that can be quantumly entangled with reality, and they can put me into a dream where I'm having sex with who? How many? What? How many times? And my dick gets hard at how fast? Like, obviously a dream. And it was a dream at the same time as reality. And it wasn't 70,000 years in the future. It was present. That's the lengths that they have to go to get one semen from me. One. I told them all. One. Now, I suppose they could have separated out all my semen and tricked them into thinking that they were the one. But eventually, they don't work. Because their job is to only implant when I tell them to, where I tell them to, and why I tell them to. I don't really want to have little itty-bitty jack stars running around the cosmos. I get around. I move from place to place. I call it walking. And then I also get around and move place to place. I call it abduction. I don't know which fucking planet I'm on right now, except it's Earth. Which one? I don't know. Sure is the same one, though. And then why it moves around back and forth like a zigzag through the time stream is largely because, DARPA and the Philadelphia experiment, and they got a zigzag to get through the crackle zone since they blew up a whole bunch of reality. I'll say tunnels. And ordinarily that wouldn't be a problem. In my case, it's a fucking problem. Because I said so, that's why. Because fuck you, that's why. Because you fucking, I really don't know. I really don't know. I do know that I thought it was odd that I kept on seeing Tammy at all. When, like, what the fuck is she waiting for? Christmas? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't see her for a long time, and I guess it's because she was dead. Oops. No one told me when she died? That makes sense. That makes sense. Did she die when somebody put their antimatter sperm into her matter cervix? Probably, yeah. That's a hell of a way to make a fucking birth control pill. If you can make like a hard candy outer shell of matter, antimatter, explosion-proof skin, which Yeah, that would explain the leathery texture of appearance, but silk and smooth and kind of vaguely of soap taste. It's amazing what they put into apples these days. Anyway, if the outside didn't matter whether your dick was matter and antimatter, and I did the inside, I don't want to know what kind of oatmeal would be inside the vagina, but it wouldn't really matter if the cervix and the uterus behind it was antimatter, unless you had sperm matter going into the opening and then trying to implant behind the wall. And then, well, maybe only her eggs were antimatter. Certainly her eggs were anti-man. And some women really take this lesbian thing pretty far. Pretty far down the evolutionary path. That's what a totes-les is. There's lesbos and totes-les. Lesbos, totes-les. Two different kinds of women who have given up on cock and hate God. Although I think they're going to like God now, because God is God and Satan is God in the public school system, and they might have thought that God was Satan, but it all works out in the end. Who's that? Hi, guy. Oh, great. Cool. I don't know if that's Lucifer or not, but these beings exist in a certain kind of phase state where they don't materialize and manifest 3D reality creation unless they're necessary for the purposes of the story. I think that was a creation of the Greek philosophers. Somehow they made stuff in the neurosphere that maintains its permanence and usefulness to humanity without being at all obvious about it forever, eternally. The neurosphere is the place like the biosphere that has all the life. The neurosphere has all the neuros, really all the thoughts. And it's infinite and one place. And the Greeks made stuff that anybody can tap into. And a lot of times people use it to write scripts to skits. Sow. That way, sow, your little piglets can fucking run around and know what they're doing when they're investigating crimes that aren't really crimes. They're chests that are directed by not usually a paranoid schizophrenic, but in the case of David Rubini, I can see why you'd think that. I found out about all this stuff because not only do I read some more. And I figure stuff out because I have nothing better to do in between refractory sessions. Now, I told you all this because it's Sunday. I lied. I work on Sundays. I'm going to walk up here and I'm going to check on this guy's dogs. Check on that person's stolen romance novel. He was drilling into it as if I needed to give a damn about him recreating the plot to Body Double with one of my mother's romance books. I mean, I get that he wants to make sure that I don't take his wife. I already knew that. I don't need to be told that he's going to drill his wife through with a fucking electric drill if I have sex with her. Well, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, he's not the kind of guy who's going to forgive adultery. And then if I did have sex with her, well, I don't know. It would be because I would think he was dead. Because why would I take another man's wife other than historical precedents? But the real thing is that he didn't want to be left out. Some guys get real sad when they feel left out. To say nothing of, where's my wife? I mean, shit, it might be doing him a favor. I took her away, but if I took her away to have sex with her and then to bring her back, and then to expect him not to know that there was a dick involved, that's killing zone. I mean, I'm with the guy on that point. As somebody who's doing that, I would want to not warn him. It's just this guy who doesn't deserve to live. And then my friend, well, he's cute, and he's also insane. He's got a gaius on him that was there before, and then there's another gaius that modifies that gaius that makes him more useful for my purposes, which is great because he's on my fucking demean. And if it's not to my benefit, sole and exclusively, he's not going to be on my fucking demean very long. He's going to find his diaphragm doesn't work. But it's not like that. He was just concerned that I was going to make time with his wife, that he can't say is his wife, even though I know she's his wife because she's 3 or 21 or 9. How many is that? 12 or 33. Wow, 33. That makes sense. She's 1 or 33 people layered in time because this place can fold space, which is not something I can explain. He said the man who just explained something incredibly complicated without being at all obvious about not knowing what the fuck it was until he was done. 33. That's why. That's why it's 33. That's cool. Damn, I learned something else today. I learned so much stuff today. It's nuts. And I'm not nuts, but the stuff that I learned today is so mind-shakingly, I'm going to say private, as well as secret and confidential, and undoubtedly classified, that I don't want to run down everybody's list of reasons not to share the soon-to-be award-winning debrief 5 minutes with Jack Shar's latest installment. You can go ahead and share this with everybody, because I'm not going to talk about the super secret classified military intelligence that I figured out. Wow. Yeah, that's just for me. That's just for me. I'm not going to tell anybody else, probably. Said the man who's not begging for his life. 26 minutes. My friend Bailey is like, what did you do? Well, I didn't divorce you, you lying whore. Especially since she's either still a virgin or only had sex a few times and it sucked. And didn't think I'd turn into a paladin who can rewind time and stuff and things and has a marvelous penis when he's erect and aroused. Can take lots of drugs and it's safe and healthy. And since I haven't been doing that my whole life, I've got one hell of a tolerance, as in it's really cheap. And then there's plenty of drugs a person could take that you don't have to give it to the female. She has a good time if there's a contact high. If you give them the right one, it works perfectly and you don't get fucked up. And if you give them the wrong one, or you're in the wrong frame of mind, or you don't know what's going on, it works kind of weird. It's a really sophisticated and clever way of controlling the population. And it would be bad to be addicted to such things. So I'm glad that I never used these things much, in spite of rumors to the contrary. Of course, everybody thought in high school I was using all the time, but I wasn't. I never got any, but somebody wanted me to rape her while she was high. So high she could speak telepathically to this stupid, slow nigger. That's me. I'm still trying to work on raping her. It's kind of difficult since you can't rape the willing. But I would much rather have been doing drugs with Karen big time. Since Karen actually liked sex, the other one wanted to have it once, a short time, with her mother standing by on watch in case I started to tear her hips apart. What happens if he starts to literally tear me apart? What if he pulls my arm off? Can that happen? Yeah, actually it can happen. The arm isn't really attached to the body. There's just one little bone and the rest of it is just meat. And yeah, a man can pull a woman's arm off of her body and beat her to death with it while having sex with her with the brutal bam. A bonobo could do it too. And then I don't know if Tammy thinks that being beaten to death with her own arm while being fucked into death by crazed Hungarian rape dick sounds good, but let me tell you, she has to be executed for really fucking up nothing at all. That would not be the way to do it, since she didn't do anything wrong. We were victimized, we were trafficked, and she believed everybody who told her that it was something else when it wasn't. So she can forgive herself. Now, meanwhile, back to Michael. I'm standing in front of pillows. It looks just like Karen. It's not Karen. It sounds like 5 Minutes with Jack Star, the soon-to-be award-winning debrief, courtesy of the pay-per-view network, Magic and Cash Broadcasting Network, but I don't have a network. I don't have any friends I can make love to. I don't have any friends I can call. I don't have a car. I don't have money. I don't have 6 laptops. I don't have 14 cell phones. I don't have 4 PlayStations. I don't have a clean house. I don't have a kitchen. I don't have access to certain drugs. Can't go to CERN and jump into the call, hide her, and figure out a way to turn the dials and go back in time. I wouldn't anyway. Aaron, I'm glad I could tell you this. And this is a much nicer experience than when Allison disappeared and materialized Archangel Metatron in the shape of Tammy from heaven. She was like wearing a white robe and had different hair and different face. And she was in heaven dead. I can't remember why she was dead, but here's a hint, she's a bitch. She doesn't put out. She was in a new body, and she was talking to me. She was high as balls. And we talked. I don't remember about what, but Archangel Metatron turns out is real. I said, like, are you... I didn't ask her if she was dead, because she was dead. She's beautiful, but she was dead. I didn't want to have sex with her if she was dead, because I'm sure it would have been marvelous, because she would have either stayed there forever and never seen Allison again, or she would have disappeared mid-thrust, or I would have been monkey's pawed or something. I don't know. But once I realized that Archangel Metatron... Wait, was that real? Yeah, I looked it up. I never heard of it before. And Archangel Sisyphon and Archangel Metatron. They're real. In case you're wondering about whether God's real. There is some real shit. You look like a lot of Miles now. And even though I'm talking to the wall, I'm talking to my closet. He also looks like a Joker. I'm talking to nothing. It's a hallucination. She's not there. In the future, in heaven, people look back on life, and the Akashic records can be read, and information can be traveled through space and time. It's not like physical stuff. Getting answerable communications through time and space is easy if you know how to do it. You have permission. And easy for me, but what's not easy for Michael is to tell a girl that he doesn't know what to say, but he really wants to have sex with her. That's not easy for him to say, because when he says it, it doesn't sound good to her, because she knows what happens when that happens. She wakes up from a dream, or he turns out to be an asshole, or they stick together longer than they should, and then she turns into like a gremlin that you feed after midnight or whatever. Yeah, I'm really glad to see you again. Wow. Oh, there's Casey. Hi. You look a lot better that way. Casey, I love you. I'm sorry you had to make that restraining order happen. But see, Casey, if she didn't have an order preventing me from getting near her, she'd drive to my house and say, here, shoot me up and fuck me. Because I guess she tried that with other people, and I guess she's no good because, well, she's doing it wrong, and she's stupid, and she lied to me. She stole money, and she thought that I needed to be sober, but she got to decide all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm not mad at Casey, but she's mad at herself because she can fuck me later. She can come back in time as Karen, and then she can try and actually get my attention in high school. She can be Karen with a mandate from heaven. Oh, I have to actually fuck him. Yeah, they can change that. She can go back in time and everybody will be there, but it'll only be real time for her. And then as soon as she walks up to Michael Clifford Cousy and Kmart and says, hey, let's fuck in the fitting rooms. Well, that'd certainly get my attention. I'd wake up from whatever dream I was having and then actually travel. I don't know. But since I don't have the Magic and Broadcasting Content Delivery Network because somebody stole my idea after authorizing nothing to happen, somebody took that authorization and then broke into my computer and then took the information anyway, and they read everything and they figured out what I was going to do, and they fucking did it first, and they deliberately did that so I couldn't do the same thing first, and then they did it for themselves, and then nobody told me anything. They just took the money and treated me like garbage, and now I'm in a house with people who don't tell me what's going on. They're paid a lot of money not to tell me, and there are bets on how long it takes me to figure this out. There's no bets on how long it'll take me to find Kirsten, because bitch, you're fucking divorced. And Allison, you are gorgeous, and Essa, you're gorgeous. I see you there. Hi. I had a dream about your daughter. She was in this room doing magic stuff on me. She's not telling you the truth. She really does. She was hoping that somebody would like her for who she is. I was the first, and you kept her away from me because you didn't want her to get the truth. I can see why. Okay, well, now she knows it. Wow, her mother and her grandmother are whores. Bitches. What a bunch of fucking rude fucking bitches. I mean, she loves you, but yeah, no. She's not going to lose me to you, and then she's not going to have me. She's just savoring the notion. She looks a lot like Karen. It's funny how women can look similar and look different at the same time. Yeah, and I'm going to put this on YouTube, and everybody can hear about how, thanks to a bunch of assholes who stole everything, I don't have to worry about being sued for making money off of this story. Chandra Shadows Barnett is alive. So when I talk about her without getting her permission on YouTube, people are going to flip the fuck out. Her mother's going to flip the fuck out. Her grandmother's going to flip the fuck out. Her brothers. Probably going to want to spank it. And I don't know how many family members of that family like me, but I think all of them, because I saved them as much as I could. And I wouldn't have had any problems.